It's Friday. We're gonna talk about what's sold. Yeah, it's Friday. I hope you sold something too. Ah, yes, I really, really do. It's Friday. Hello, it's me. Oh, my hero's just popping in to look at me.
Hi.
Hi.
You all right?
I guess I'm all right. This is like multiple takes to get this.
Number 4.
Yeah, I choked. Literally, I choked. Anyway, we're not going to let him distract me. He's down here to do some shipping, which is fantastic. He's going to take care of that while I talk to you about some things that sold this week from my stores. I've got Winslow right here. Winslow, do you want to say hi to the people? Here, say hi. Oh, there he is. Yes, don't mind my mess. I got my drink. I got some receipts there. He's going to have a cookie. All right. So, terrible footage right there. Here we go. It's Friday. Let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you what the item is, how much I paid for it, how much it sold for, what the net profit is after we back out the fees and the cost of goods, and then finally, how long did it take me to sell that darn thing? Because we're all going to decide if these are things that we want in our online stores. So, starting out with a Reno-ware lid, just the lid. A couple months ago, I noticed this lid laying around, and so after investigating, I realized this is just an extra lid. So I got it listed. I got it for $1. It sold for $19.99, $20, giving me $15.29 in profit, and that took 6 weeks to sell. Gotta get it listed if you want to get it sold, right? Okay, so next up here, this is a vintage skirt. It's by the brand is called Agatha. It was a suede fabric. Not suede, but a suede fabric. And this one I got for $2. It sold for $19, and that gave me $15.63, and that took 16 months to sell. Yeah. All right, moving on here. This was a hero find. This is it's a Coleman tent light. We bought this for $3.24, and I have incorrect information. Sorry, I got it for $2.40, and it sold for $20, giving me $13.25, and it took 7 months for that to sell. Okay, moving on here. This is an Athleta. It's a little quilted vest in purple. I picked it up for $3.12. It sold for $18, and that gave me $11.56, and that took 16 months to sell. That extra small, that takes a while to go. Yes, and I accepted an offer on it and everything. So, and to be honest, I think that Athleta stuff, it's just not selling for me much anymore. I don't even know that I'm really even looking at it when I go and source things. So tell me what you think about the current status of Athleta. Let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, next up here, this is a really cool thing. This was that made in Germany pressed paper. It was what do we even call it? It's a calendar topper. So you could just change out your page of the calendar, or the year of the whole calendar if you want, I guess. Went into the little slots on the bottom. Anyways, from 1920s, absolutely beautiful, hand painted, stamped made in Germany on there. I loved it. That one I actually paid $2 for. It sold for, you know what? Actually, I got that for $1 on that one. Phew. I impress myself with the deals that I get sometimes, I tell you. Now, that did sell for $45, giving me $37.50, and it only took 5 weeks to sell that one, which is good timing because it did have it was a nativity scene on there, so right in time for Christmas. Okay, next up this is a vintage aftershave and cologne set by Bragi. It was totally full, new, original gift set packaging and everything, and I got that for $5. It sold for $80, giving me $68.30, and that took 15 months to go. I did have it priced higher, and then I finally lowered it, and then I accepted an offer, but that is great profit on something like that for sure. All right, here's our first pair of Hestra gloves this week. These are actually the ones that I showed you last week, but it took them a while to pay, so they ended up lower in the lineup here. But as you know, I got these Hestra gloves for $13. These sold for $90, giving me $64.40, and they took 3 months to sell. Hestra. I need a little musical thing. Hestra. Anyway, next up is a Peterbilt belt buckle. It was in really nice condition. I'm not sure it was even ever used, but it was vintage. I got it for $2, sold for $25, giving me $18.65, and that took 2 months to sell. All right, here's another Christmas thing here, obviously. It's a Santa. It's by D. Gann, and you actually could wind him up, and he moved and played a little ditty there. I forget what song, but a Christmas song, I'm sure. Anyway, I got him for $1. He sold for $30, giving me $24.54, and he did take a whole year to sell. I do recall I listed him last November thinking, oh, he's going to go quick. He's going to go. He didn't go. Been looking at him for a while, so he's off to his new home. All right, here's some more yarn. This yarn, the brand was called Katia Concepts, and it was alpaca yarn. Beautifully hand-dyed, real pretty stuff. I got this for $2, sold for $30, giving me $23.19, and it took 4 months for that to sell. Alrighty, now vintage purse. The brand was called Colents, and it was a really neat structured barrel style purse, and you'd hit the, no, you squeezed it. Yeah, I squeezed it, and the little clucked right out of there. Cute little handle on top. Is in very nice condition. Even had metal feet. Real pretty one. Got it for $5. It sold for $27, and that gave me $17.19, and it took 3 weeks for that to go. All right, now next up here is a boot jack, boot puller, shaped like a bull. It was made out of maybe like aluminum. It was kind of a lighter metal on that one. I thought that was kind of strange, but I paid $2.47 for it. It sold for $20, giving me $14.03, and that took 4 months to go. Okay, let's see what's next here. Ooh, this was fun. It was a vintage cast iron black cat. You can see he's in that cool arched back tail up. It was a doorstop. Really cool. It had green eyes. I'm sorry, I hear Winslow's getting into something here in my office. Please hold. Be right back. Little dude eating some cardboard. Things happen. It's real life here. I think I was telling you about this really cool cast iron cat. I had green painted eyes. Gosh, I got him for $13. He sold for $76, giving me $50.78, and he took 2 weeks to sell. That's all. And I did get him listed after Halloween. I don't know. Should have thought about that more. I know I had him for a couple of months before I had him listed, but that's all right. He's still sold. Anyway, another umbrella from that collection that I finally got listed. Now, this one was really unique. It's by a company called Game Bird, and they're made in England. And you can see down at the bottom there, instead of a hook or a handle, it folded down as a little leather seat. And at the top of it was a spike. So you'd put that into the grass, and you sit down on the little seat while you're golfing, I guess. Yes. But anyways, by Game Bird, I paid $5 for it, sold for $60, and that gave me $44.86. And just 1 month, those umbrellas are doing great. Okay, totally different than an umbrella. This was a neat little plaque. It's about yay. And it was just simply a decorative piece, but it's a piece of clear acrylic. And then inside that acrylic, there was the artwork of this tipsy elephant here. So it was good for bar decoration for your mid-century style bar. This one I got for $1, sold for $40, and that gave me $32.90, and it took 5 months for that to go. All right, some candles. These are actually artificial candles. They have that flickering wick there. Flameless. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The brand on these is Lion, Liown. Now I got these 3 candles for $5. Tested them all out. They worked. You had to put some, I think I'm gonna say it was like D batteries or something really big in there because I had to hunt down the batteries to try them out. But the set of 3 sold for $30, giving me $19.54, and they only took 2 weeks to sell. A lot of those flameless candles, they do sell well, and they sell pretty quickly because they are so expensive. So people like to buy them at a discount here on eBay. So, all right, moving on here. This is the second of the pocket watch displays. This is the it's a pocket watch display. I got it for $10, and it sold for $55, giving me $36.75, and it took 1 month to sell. And on this one, I did realize that it most likely, who knows for sure, but I think it had a glass dome that went on it. There's a little lip going around the wood on the base of it. So it did appear that it probably should have had a glass dome, but I just didn't have that. But I still made good money on it. These things I love old stuff like that. So keep your eye out for pocket watch displays. Okay, next up is a little cleaning set for Harley Davidson. They were both Harley Davidson branded. The brush and the mitt had never been used. Got these for $4 at a yard sale, and sold for $22, giving me $14.04, and it took 3 weeks for those to go. Okay, this one is this is a vintage wood valet box. I don't know why I had trouble spitting that out. It's exactly what it is. It's a valet box, a little organizer that people would keep on top of their dresser, so you could put all your bits and baubles, jewelry, whatever you like, your watch, your wallet. There you go. That one I got for $1, sold for $30, and that gave me $23.01, and it just took 2 weeks to sell, which I was really pleased. It was in very nice condition. I remember when the lady said it was $1 at that yard sale. I was like, oh, well, I will definitely take that. Thank you. Okay, now, ski teak, little cropped corduroy pants. I know what you're thinking. Immediately you thought to yourself, Amy, you have sold those before. Yes, I did. And they got returned because they were too small for my first customer. I remeasured, made sure everything was labeled in there correctly when I relisted. And now someone in Alaska has purchased them and they're on their way there. I do hope they will work for this person. Gosh, I paid $3 for them. They sold for $36 again, and that gave me $27.37, and they took 4 months to sell, twice. So everybody, you believe that this is going to be good this time. All right, here's another pair of gloves, Hestra gloves. This is the second pair of the shearling. They were shearling lined lambskin, beautiful. I was lucky enough to grab 2 pairs of these. Gosh, if they have them again next year, I will grab more of this style in particular. But anyway, got them for $13. They sold for $100. That gave me $73.10. And these just took a month to sell because the shearling, I had some trouble figuring out the sizing on them for a bit. So they got listed later than the other bundle of gloves. So these just took a month to sell, and my profit, yep, $73.10. Good old Hestra. All right, now here is a sweater by the brand called Pact. They make organic cotton things. If you ever see this brand, definitely check it out. I have no trouble selling Pact stuff, so I don't think you will either. I did pay $8.66 for this one. The sweater sold for $40, and that gave me $25.03, and it took 4 months to sell. Okay. Oh, this is a hero find. I don't know if you can hear my hero out there. He's using the tape gun. That's what's happening back there. Jonathan and Winslow are doing the shipping. So this is, what was it? There's the tape. Anyway, if you can't hear it, sorry. This is a poster from the 2010 Breeders' Cup, and it's featuring the horse Zenyatta. It was actually signed by the jockey. Jonathan saw this at a yard sale for $1, and he looked it up and he said, this is going to be good. And he was right. This one I got for $40 for it. It sold, and it gave me $32.69, and it took 3 months for that to sell. So thank you, hero, on that one. Okay, now here's a vintage, brand new. This is Paragon Needlecraft. They made these beautiful kits. You'd get the fabric for a tablecloth, and it was stamped with the cross-stitch crewel work, whatever needlework you want to do on there. You just follow their pattern. I bought a huge pile of these, and they were all $1 each, so they're starting to sell, which is great. I sold it for $20, giving me $15.50, and it just took a week for that one to go. I bought them at the same time as I got those Marilyn Levitt emblem cross-stitch kits. These were in that bundle as well, so I'm hoping those are going to be all a good choice for me. Okay, now next up is, beautiful Ed Hardy bejeweled, bedazzled, everything hat. Got it for $3, and that sold for $34, giving me $23.48, and it took 2 months for that to sell. I heard that that's making a big comeback. Yeah, so maybe Ed Hardy is a good thing to pick up these days. I mean, that was great profit on that hat. So I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can do some research on the styling trends of Ed Hardy, see if that's making a big comeback here. We'll see. Let me know if you know. All right, here's another umbrella. This one was a Nike Golf umbrella. It had a big vent. It was kind of like a 2-tiered, so that air would go through and it won't get flipped inside out. But apparently these are really hard to find. So I got a great deal on it at $5, sold for $60, and that gave me $45.37, and it only took a month for that to sell. So again, umbrellas, doing great. I'm so glad I got them listed. Okay, now here is a set of Rosenthal Bavaria We have 4 dinner plates and 2 salad plates in this. So 6 plates total. I paid $3 for them and they sold for $70. Not bad at all. And that gave me $56.07. And they just took 3 months for those to sell. These are not the same as that Rosenthal Suomi set that I had. This was just, I happened to find some Rosenthals at a yard sale and finally got them listed. So I'm glad about that. Okay, here's, this is over on the Poshmark. Yay. My first pair of Hester gloves to sell on Poshmark. These were actually red leather women's mittens. When I saw them there, I thought, well, those are different. I'll give those a shot. I'm glad I did. Paid $13 for them, and they sold for $106, giving me $71.80, and 3 months to go on those. Yes. Also on the Poshmark, I sold this beautiful, brand new, vintage, rally-clad, made in Scotland, wool tartan skirt. It had kilt-ish design factors on it, but it was not a kilt. It was a very long, skinny skirt. So anyway, I got it for $5. It sold for $40, and that gave me $27, and that took 4 months to sell. And then we had a last thing come in. We're back on the eBay here, but these folks just paid, so I figured they could be in the video too. This is a vintage Fiesta ware kitchen clock, and I tell you, this thing is only this big. But when I saw it at the estate sale, I knew that there were, dare I say, rare, but they are hard to find. So I did pick it up. I paid $16 for that Fiesta clock. Sold for $65, and that gave me $39.45, and it only took 5 months for that to sell. People do want these, and like I said, they're small, so you gotta, it's not like a big clock on the wall in the kitchen. This is a little guy, so keep your eye out for those. This one was near perfect condition, so I'm real glad that it went for good money. That's it. Losing my mind today. That kind of seems like that every week, though, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, this is, gosh, today's the day after Thanksgiving. So what, you know what I want to say? I want to say that I'm thankful for you. Thankful for you for watching. I've gained a lot of new subscribers in the last few months even. So I'm really grateful for that. Thanks for all the nice comments. Thanks for watching me. Hopefully I can keep it up for a while still. And hopefully you keep either learning something from me or teaching me something in the comments too. I'd love to hear what was your best sale of the week or what was your favorite thing that I sold. Talk to me. Let me know in the comments. But that's it for today. So I will see you on Monday. I actually, this week during Thanksgiving, I did a little daily Death Pile Digest for you. It actually only lasted 3 days, but, you know, got busy for the holiday there. So tune in on Monday for that, and you will see all the cool stuff that I'm pulling out of my pile, getting listed. And hopefully it'll inspire you to list yours too. So see you then.